was terrible. It took Marta 5 seconds to clap. What like clap?
What?
At least
Oh no, this
the audio
this episode
is good.
is gonna be something, alright?
Well, it's just called Lost.
Welcome to episode
103.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Ichi-san-ni. Sorry, guys.
Ichi-san-ni. You know what that means? 121.
Almost there.
How do you say
Almost
100?
there.
How do you say 100 again? I was thinking about this. I think yesterday. I was like, how do you say 100 in Japanese?
Oh.
Marta will know.
100.
Shit, I'll have
I
to.
had to let a cat in. I started the podcast and then a cat showed up in my window like, oh.
Crazy things are happening in life in this day and age.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think I have, Marta?
Your pocket candy. Oh.
Mr.
A
Donut!
donut!
Halloween special! Oh!
Exciting!
Ichi-shaku
No.
ichi.
Ichi-shaku
Oh,
ichi.
I was also
Sorry
gonna...
guys, I'm just mixing languages now.
Yes. This is a special episode where Olsen is on the road. Not only on the road, he's in a different country than he is usually. He's in Japan, as you might have guessed from from his Japanese earlier.
Yes. I'm becoming more Japanese every day here.
Every day, he's integrating with the society.
He even had fugu.
He had fugu.
And I enjoy Japanese traditional cuisines.
Yeah, he's only feeling a bit numb in his, like, what was it, nose tip? That's fine.
So hopefully he will live.
Let's hope so, yeah. We also passed 1,000 listens.
Woo!
The latest episode we posted, of course, has ranked in a lot of lists. So 1D-something list. I'm not dating which episode it is. So. 20 plays.
Damn. 100 episodes
hitter.
with 1,000 total. That means, on average, 10 listens per episode.
Well, we haven't posted
What?
all 100, so...
Well, yeah.
No, yeah.
That was just...
And I think 10 listens per episode is pretty impressive
what?
for us.
I think that's pretty good.
We have 10 friends? I don't think so.
I don't think so either. It's not me listening constantly on repeat to count it up.
I have listened to a lot of them.
I
Not all of
listened
them,
to a lot of them at the start, but then I stopped.
Yeah.
You cringed.
I've listened to a
No,
lot of the ones that I haven't been part of.
I got, like, executive dysfunction, I was so far behind, so I was like, oh no, I'm too far behind, I have to listen to all of it now. Oh, should I just listen to this one? No, I have to listen from the beginning. And then I'm like, oh, but it's so much. And then I just never do it because I'm like, it's too hard.
And
So at least 2 of the listeners are in today.
Yeah. If you're a listener now and you're just starting to listen on episode
103.
Go back and listen to the other 100. It's really important for the story,
Yes.
the continuity. Like, everything we talk about in this episode is going to be a continuation of what we've done before. There's no new content, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, we just say random
Patricia
stuff.
has been cancelled.
Oh,
Well, Diddi, you're forgetting about the Christmas episodes. Those had a
true.
story, so you can't just pop in
Yes.
those randomly.
that's true.
Yeah. You have to listen
You
to all
gotta
of them.
follow the story there. And if you want to get in the Christmas mood now, I recommend listening to Christmas episodes from last year.
Or our Halloween episode.
Oh.
I have no idea if we did or not.
I don't remember. You know what? I don't think we did.
But we have been listening to Patricia about, like, we need to do more
Planned.
story-based episodes.
Yes.
Yeah, planned.
loose plan.
Have we?
And that's why today Olsen
we are
is
not
gonna
planned.
tell us all about his Japan journey.
Yes.
So the
He's
weather
gonna
today is
tell us
very
all
warm.
the words he's learned.
It's so warm outside. My body's not made for this. I sweat and sweat and sweat and sweat and sweat.
How warm is it?
It's 30. It was 40 when we came, and it's dropped down to 35 and the highest.
Very humid
But the
as well.
humidity is what kills you. Yes. The worst day was like, it was 23 degrees, but 90% humidity. And I stepped out and was like, I'm wet already. And turned back in.
Yeah. Denmark is also very humid, so I know what you mean. I didn't think Denmark would be humid, but it's so humid.
It's
I
so
think
flat.
like for this summer we had like around 80% humidity most of the time.
Damn.
And like I don't think it ever goes below 70 in the summer. It's always above
Ew.
70.
Oh.
And it's just so wet. Like I come out of the shower and I feel sweaty already.
You're like sticky. I get like the sticky sensation.
Yeah. It's horrible. I
remember-
hate
With
it.
creams.
Yeah, I remember when I was in Vietnam and it was like almost 40 degrees and like really humid. And we're like, go back to the hotel and you're like, oh yeah, good air conditioning. And you forget really quickly
Yes.
how
Yep.
just insanely hot it is outside. And then you're like, okay, I'm just gonna pop outside. And then you walk and there's like a wall. You walk into a wall and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
immediately sweaty.
And in Iceland we have like this called window weather, which is like when it looks really good outside and then you get outside and it's cold.
Yeah,
It's kind of the opposite.
it
like
is. It is.
here and of course in other countries as well. Like you can look outside and it's like, oh, it's so cloudy today and looks a bit windy. I'm sure it's gonna be cold, so I'm gonna put on a jacket. And then you get outside and it's like, ah!
What have I done?
Yeah. I'm sure the listeners are just gonna shake their head at our little Icelandic bodies, but it's horrible.
That's what I'm trying to explain to people here. I'm like, I'm not used to this. It's too warm.
Yeah, and like
People think.
I wouldn't like the heat itself is like whatever I could do with that, but it's the
humidity.
humidity. Like Iceland is so dry,
It is super dry.
so we are not used to humidity at all. And when people were like talking about humidity when I was younger, I was like, what? I didn't understand. I was like, what are they talking about? I don't know. And yeah, as I've become older, I've come to understand. I am now an old lady.
more
I
when I'm
understand
older.
humidity and complain about it.
So, listener, please let us know. Do you have a similar word in your language? Window weather.
Look at it.
Is it a concept that is unique to Iceland, or does it exist in other places? That's what I want to know.
Let us
an
know,
email.
because I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, to stormkastid@gmail.com.
How do you spell
Or
that?
put a question down below. You can spell it.
I don't know. I don't know how you spelled it. I don't know.
Stormkastid.
Oh, STORMK. Is it K? Yeah, it must
Yes, I hope so.
be KASTID
Yes, ID. At Gmail.
at gmail.com. Easy. We need a better Gmail or email address. This is
Wow.
maybe we get
Excuse me, we've gotten
Oh,
gotten emails on it.
Olsen. Maybe we should get our own domain.
Yeah, we could.
You get like an at
Stormkastid.
Stormcast. Yeah, it's gonna be even worse.
Stormkastid at stormkastid.is.
Oh, .is. That would be the
.org.
Amazing.
That's more official.
yes, organization. Yeah. UK or something like that.
Yeah. .gov.uk. Perfect.
Exactly.
Yes. Perfect.
But do you know what they're making now?
What? Oh yeah, I saw it on Instagram. Was it
You're
Instagram?
name dropping.
Your sister's Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah, Olsen's sister Instagram. She's posting taste tests.
Yep.
Total copycat of Olsen.
I told her to do this. I told her to buy it. I made her buy the
Yeah,
socks. She also has socks like this.
So
Yeah, so
In
what
Family
he's
Mart.
pointing to is that in Family Mart, they are popular for their fried chicken, which is very nice. It's a very nice chicken. And they have made some crisps with fried chicken flavor.
It's not fried chicken taste. It's just like taste.
just taste.
Just taste.
General taste.
I want that on t-shirt.
Yeah, that's what as well. That it was just like salted chips, but with like a tiny bit of extra flavor.
There's something,
Just
but
like
I cannot say what it
a
is.
tiny bit. Yeah. It's hard to nail that kind of flavor. I'm curious, Olsen, because we were talking about the weather. Sorry, I'm going back to. I just thought of this, and I'm too curious. I'm curious how because you used to go to Dubai and Abu Dhabi quite a few times. How did you do with the weather there?
I was young, I guess, because I didn't notice. I was trying to think back, oh, I've been to Kuala Lumpur and it's super warm. Didn't notice it, but here I'm just like, I'm dying.
What is it?
Like
is
the humidity
no, but is Dubai?
in the Emirates is crazy.
But isn't
I
Dubai
know.
much drier? Because there's like a dry heat is much more bearable than like.
It
No,
could be,
because it's so humid.
Is it?
It's so humid.
Dubai.
When I was traveling to South Africa, heat there is dry. So, like, I was there in a heat wave in South Africa, so it was like up to 50 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
Oy.
And it was very hot, so, like, we did not stay out in the sun. Like, we had to stay in the shadows, and just, like, we could walk between the shadows, of course, in the sun. But we had to, like, stay in the shadows, otherwise it would get too hot. But it was bearable. Like, it didn't feel horrible because it was dry heat. And
okay.
then, when we were flying to Dubai, I was, like, getting a bit stuffy on the plane, you know?
Yeah.
And I was, you know, as a little Icelandic lass, you know, I'm so used to the best part of flying being when you come out of the airplane in Iceland and you get, like,
Crisp
the
air.
gush of fresh air.
Yep.
It's amazing. It's the best feeling. Honestly, nothing like it. And I'm so used to that. So we like landed in Dubai and we were like, oh, can't wait to get some fresh air. Because, you know, the flight is quite long. And I walked to the door of the airplane. And there was like, I was standing close to the door and I felt like a gush of wind. And I was like, oh, so nice. Can't wait to get outside into this wind. And I walked out. And I walked into a wall.
Damn.
It was so thick, and the wind that I was feeling was just, you know, from the door of the window. It has some, like, air conditioning.
Yeah.
I think I said the door of the
You
window.
did.
The door of the plane. And I just walked in to, like, a wall of humidity. I had never experienced humidity like that. I was so confused. And we landed, like, in 3 in the morning or something, and I'm used to, and in Africa as well, like, when it was dark, it was cold outside. So it was, like, really hot over the day and then really cold in the night. So we had to, like, wear sweaters and stuff in the night. So I don't know, when I was walking out at 3 in the night, I was like, it's gonna be, like, chilly. I didn't expect it to be cold, but I expected it to be, like, 15, 20 degrees. But no, it was 30 degrees. And the humidity was so thick. It was just like, I don't know, walking into a wall, and I felt horrible, and I was sweating so much.
Yeah.
I still think about it.
I did a little Google about the humidity in Dubai. Its average is between 50 to 60%, but in the summer it can reach 90% on some days,
Yeah.
depending on
Okay.
how warm the ocean is.
Yeah. And when did you go? Like, what time of the year?
I've always been in like October, November, December. I'm never like in this season.
Yeah.
I try to go
went,
when it's not
like,
warm.
I don't remember if this was on the way there, because if it was on the way there, it would be around this time, and then I went back in November. Or did I? I don't remember.
We don't know.
I think so. Or no, I came back in December, so I must have gone in October.
Yeah. The worst thing I remember is in Kuala Lumpur when I was like, that was the first time I noticed this humidity and was like, what the hell is this? But now, I hate it. But at
you're
least my
just
sweat
dying.
doesn't smell. Yeah, my sweat doesn't smell. It's just water
You're not a
evaporating.
pizza
I love
boy?
it.
Yes,
I love it.
Sweat doesn't have to smell. It's just depends on what you're doing. If it actually
it
smells
just
or not.
feels sticky.
Yeah, like people in hotels and stuff have thought I'm having like some heat attack or something because people come running with towels like, here you go, and I'm like,
Thank you.
I had it 2 times.
That's so
times,
funny.
and it was so awkward. I was
Just like,
cringing
this
so
white
hard.
man is dying. We can't have this white man die on our property. This white, sticky, sweaty man.
And I was like, it's okay, just very warm.
I think we have a name for the podcast for the episode. Icelandic people discover humidity.
Yes. So Sweden is rather crisp, at least wintertime, I remember.
Winter is like super dry. Well, it depends on where you are, but I think in general Sweden is quite. It's not very humid, but I think it can get quite humid in the winter. No, in the summer, depending on where you are.
Yeah.
Because Sweden also has these
it
giant
does.
lakes.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew this,
Oh,
but
damn.
Sweden has giant lakes. Did you know that Sweden's lakes are among the biggest in Europe?
Actually,
I
did
did
not.
not.
I don't know if I've ever seen a lake in Sweden.
I always close my eyes when I see them. I'm like, yeah.
No lakes.
One of the biggest lake in Sweden is 5,500 square kilometers.
Holy cats. That's a big and a
That's
hard
quite big.
Yeah.
That was she said.
Did you know that's the third largest lake in Europe
No.
and the largest
what is
lake in the
biggest?
European Union?
And who has the largest glacier in Europe? Tell me.
Are you competing?
Tell me.
Iceland? Iceland?
Yes.
What about the largest desert?
Yeah.
Iceland.
Iceland?
Iceland
the
has
largest-
the
We're
largest
winning 2
desert.
The
categories.
largest dam in Europe?
I like that we just said largest desert as if we mean the largest desert in the world.
In
Yes.
Europe. In Europe.
and the largest phallic-shaped building? Iceland.
Yes. You know what? Probably.
Ireland.
Yes. Yeah,
Did you
at least the
forget already?
phallic shaped, no, I was just thinking, there's so many like spirals and stuff up in the air, they're kind of phallic too.
We also have...
But they are like phallic in that way, but we have the biggest one shaped like it, from looking up
Top down
on
view.
it.
Yeah,
It looks
top
like
down
a
view.
penis.
And there's like 2 parking lots shaped like at the base of the building.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
It has like balls
Exactly.
and everything. So it's I would say one of the few that has like balls and everything,
And the tip is an exit for the
Nice.
for the people. I think it's for the movie theater.
It must be fun
Is
to
it?
watch from above when people
it?
are leaving the cinema.
No, the base is, I think, there.
Oh,
I
that's
think
the
the tip is
base.
where H&M is.
Yeah,
I might be.
true.
We'll have to.
I
we'll
don't
have to
remember.
But I think there is an exit there though, because I used to go there quite a
You're
lot
always
when I was
running
in
out there and be
school.
like, I'm a little sperm.
Yeah. Yes. I would wear like a sperm outfit. I'm the fastest swimmer.
traditional Icelandic sport.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep. And I'm the champion.
Oh yes. Oh, I just noticed there's a house right in front of me called Joy Joy.
Joy.
Joy. I want to
Sounds
get into it.
interesting.
It looks kind of nice. It's open
You
24
should
hours.
go. You should
I think
go.
it's a karaoke place. place.
Oh,
I
go
need
with
to go
all your
alone, and
friends.
people have been... No, I'm gonna be alone.
I'm jealous.
I think you should
sing
I
my
want to
heart
go
out.
you should go to a
karaoke.
bar, talk to some Japanese locals, and try to get invited to a karaoke bar.
Yeah, I'm listening like, if they say karaoke, I will turn around and be like, konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Karaoke? Karaoke?
I'm gonna pour myself some water, so sorry about the water sounds.
Watashi wa
One thing we
karaoke
noticed when we-
daisuki.
Yeah, one thing we noticed when we arrived in Japan, me and my sister,
Diddi,
the
amazing
people
at Japanese.
is that
Sorry.
people assumed I was the one who spoke Japanese and always talked to me in Japanese and turned to her and spoke to her in English, and I was always like, what the fuck?
They're just
And I was-
like, this guy is a weeaboo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was always like, hi.
And then you turn to your sister. What the hell did they say?
Oh yeah, sometimes I was like, I don't know why they were speaking to me in Japanese. And she was like, and I don't know why they speak to me in English. I understand more than her. I was like, I know. I only understand when they ask me for back, and I say, because it's rude to say no. You have to be like,
Well,
you smile and shake your head.
to be able to say no, you have to also know how to say no in Japanese.
I know how to say it, but yeah, but it's not. It's like impolite to say it. They never use the word no. Technically.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wonder why they have it.
Yeah. Ooh. That's why I always try to hold the bag and I'm like, bag. I spent so much money now already.
Well, if money isn't supposed to be used while traveling, when is it supposed to be used?
Exactly.
I'm ruining Icelandic economy because I'm one of those people who leaves Iceland with the money.
Perfect.
I spend it anywhere else. Well, you too as well ish. You used to do that, but now maybe did this more stable. And Marta probably also. Financially outside of Iceland. You're not using your money from Iceland outside of Iceland.
That is true. I'm using my money from Sweden in Iceland. Although I don't use a lot of money in Iceland, I have to say.
Yeah, because you are rich and you know how to pack.
It's because we're influencers.
Yeah, but what is up with Denmark and Sweden and all this? Let's go topical with the book burnings. What the frick, guys?
The Quran book burnings.
Go and talk to them.
I don't know much about it. I just know what I've seen
It's all political. They're probably getting paid from some big organization to go burn books.
It's not happening in my town. It's happening, in the evil town. So
in the evil town.
What is the evil town?
We don't
whisper.
No, but I
have to be with the locals, and in Denmark, like all the other islands, hate the Copenhagen island. So I have to be with that, because the toll there is so expensive to go over the bridge, and we, they think it's to keep all the outsiders out. We say it's to keep the Copenhageners in Copenhagen.
What is happening with it there?
Yeah. He knows, because Copenhagen also has a bridge to Sweden.
Oh,
so
it is so expensive.
it's also to keep the Copenhageners out of Sweden.
I'd like a video from the YouTube channel Insider, talking about why the bridge to Copenhagen Island is so expensive.
Why is it?
A TV show about it, like Bruen.
Yeah, exactly. Olsen, do you want to know why they're burning the Quran?
Yes.
It's only to piss off Turkey.
Yeah. Just be friends, people.
Because Turkey has been trying to bully Sweden into. Well, okay, so it's there are a couple of things. Not the EU. Sweden is joining NATO.
NATO.
Sweden is joining NATO, and I think it's I think the biggest thing stopping Sweden from joining NATO is Turkey, because they can just say no, and Swedish can't join NATO. So there are also a lot of people that don't want Sweden to join NATO.
Yeah, why?
I don't know. I don't know.
Are you evil?
Well, are we going to talk about Iceland joining NATO? Or
Yeah, Iceland also didn't want.
There were like Iceland being in NATO was like a huge thing in the I don't know when it was a huge thing.
Iceland
Yeah,
do not go
back in the
here
day.
first.
Back in the day, and today it's similar in Sweden, but it's maybe not as big of a movement. But the thing that they're doing then is that they're burning Korans to piss off Turkey, so that it won't grant Sweden access to NATO.
Why
Like
did
little
they take it
children.
over to Denmark though?
I don't know.
It's spreading.
So it was
across-
the one guy, like the guy
Oh, that's also
behind all this.
That is
He went to Copenhagen and was like,
yeah. There are two different things. So there's also, I think, it's like a politician. Is he a politician?
Yeah, I think so.
I think he's a politician. I don't know if he's far right or something like that, but he is quite controversial, and he does book burnings, Quran burnings. But I think that's
He's a politician and he does book burning.
I think that's it's also. I think that's a different reason.
Yeah, I
He's just doing it for
think
fun.
that's just hate on people.
Yeah.
Just, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got political in this episode. Woo.
Don't take our words for it, because we know nothing. Go read about it.
Yeah. Well, we do not support it.
No.
I don't
I do
even
not.
though I don't like books, I don't support burning books.
And you don't support hate on the people.
Also that.
I thought first Marta said, and you also have AIDS, and I was like, huh. I was like,
Well, you know,
Also, you're gonna have to get tested now.
since you brought up AIDS, I'm gonna swoopity-swoop the conversation. Did you hear about the cure for AIDS?
No.
hex.
It's very interesting.
Is there a cure for AIDS?
They found a cure for AIDS.
Damn.
Family.
Yeah, they haven't, they still have to test it a bunch more, but it's very promising. And it's quite crazy. And I feel like nobody's talking about it.
What?
It's nowhere on the news
Well,
or anything. But
AIDS was a huge thing.
we're talking
AIDS
about
was
it.
a huge thing. It is not as.
I hope you love this, Patricia.
It is not as big of a thing today as it was, because AIDS is much more manageable and understood.
Yeah. But do you want to know the cure?
Yes.
It's kind of like, you know, it's a bit of a big procedure, so I don't know if it will become a huge thing, but I hope that they can, figure something
Yeah.
from it, from this discovery.
Okay.
So the way this happened, as with many medical, discoveries, it happened by mistake.
Yeah.
Which is
Why do you know much
most
about
medical discoveries. I was really surprised to find this out, so I was looking into it a lot. It's been a while though, so if I misremember anything, then I'm sorry. Yeah, there were a few people that they all had cancer. A bunch of people had cancer. I don't know. A lot of people in the world
Yes.
have cancer, I guess. But there were 6 people that had cancer, and the 6 of them had AIDS as well.
Oh.
And they all, the cancer they had, they needed what's it called? The
Bone marrow transplant?
bone marrow transplant?
Bone marrow transplant.
Bone marrow
Yeah,
transplant?
all of them needed that. And they got that. And by a coincidence, all these people, because you can be, what's it called? Resistant to AIDS? You can...
It's to be positive and it's to be negative.
Are you positive, Olsen?
You can have like you can like some people can't get AIDS or something.
Yeah.
Like they are resistant to
Immune.
it. Yes, immune. And by coincidence, the people with the cancer and AIDS got bone marrow transplant from people that were immune to AIDS.
Ah.
And when they got after they got the transplant, they like
Cured
had
from
cancer
AIDS.
anymore, and then they like found out that they were cured from AIDS. So the bone marrow, the bone marrow thingy somehow took over the immune system and killed all the AIDS.
That sounds very scary, Marta. Have you heard about the movie not Last of Us, I Am Legend? Weren't they not curing AIDS or something there, and everybody became like monsters?
I don't remember how it happened in I Am Legend. It was a weird movie.
Isn't that?
I need to leave Japan
Isn't that?
now.
Isn't I Am Legend a prediction of the pandemic, where the vaccine, everyone's taking the vaccine, and in 2 years, everyone will turn into monsters except this one guy and his dog.
But
So
it has
this
been
year?
more than 2 years now. Now it's 2 years.
Yeah.
I think.
When
We're all
did they
counting,
start?
when you get shot.
Oh, they started vaccinating quite quickly, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't remember. It's been so long.
been more
just
than
this
2
time
years.
period from 2020 to 2022. It's just a blur to me. I
Yeah,
cannot
same.
remember there.
I don't remember anything.
But Marta, I was going to
Crazy.
talk about
But
the
yeah.
alien discovery
In Mexico,
in Mexico.
don't.
I just learned about it 2 days ago at the bar, and I was like, "What the hell?"
Don't.
I barely know about it, so enlighten me.
It looks terrible.
Diddi has to enlighten us. He knows
No,
more
so
than
so
me.
Mexico, so the Mexican government came and announced that they have remains of aliens and showed them, and it looks terrible. And apparently they've done like X-rays and it's just a collection of bones, and some of the bones are in the wrong way, and just it's all wrong. It just looks like something that a children did for a project in school, like
I
a
wanna
paper
see
mache
Yeah.
dolls, alien dolls.
I want to see it. I'm googling it. Oh yeah, yeah.
What the?
What?
Oh, I'm reading.
1,000-year-old
I'm just reading the
alien
book.
corpse.
Mm-hmm.
Could this not just be a child?
It is.
Oh no.
If you're
It
interested
looks
in
like
this,
it's made out of metal or something.
Yeah,
Like it's very
yeah.
hard. Could it not just be someone like who had some kind of syndrome or something?
It could be, but I think there are multiples of them.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
I don't
It could
know
be
how
just
many.
a cruel joke by nature.
Well, aliens.
Yeah.
What are we gonna say?
Oh my.
Just
I'm
the truth.
reading now the book here in the hotel information. I got so confused here when I heard a fire alarm. Please confirm hot basket with your own hand before opening the door. If it feels hot,
Hot basket.
it is expected. Yeah, it is expected that the fire will be close.
Yep.
My goodness.
I think it's meaning the doorknob.
The door handle. Hot
Yeah.
basket,
Yeah.
obviously.
I would guess so.
And in case of earthquake, please put out the source of fire. In a bracket, a cigarette, for example.
Oh yeah.
I'm very confused.
If in case of fire, you should.
Yeah.
No.
Extinguish your source of smoke.
In case of earthquakes, you should make sure that there's nothing there that can cause a fire.
Makes sense now. I thought someone was smoking and threw it out and like the fire started because of the earthquake.
Earthquake.
You know how it is.
Oh, I haven't noticed any earthquakes. I'm waiting for that one too.
I've never experienced earthquake.
I'll shake the earth for you.
Have you never did it? Not in Iceland
No,
either.
not in Iceland either.
It's not very common in our town in Iceland.
No, but he had lived in Reykjavik.
Live
I know,
away
but
from our town.
like I never
I
experienced
never
it.
experienced it in Reykjavik either.
What? I experienced
I
it in Sölvesborg as
experienced
well.
it
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Selfoss.
I
Selfoss is like earthquake central, you know?
I think I've
I
been
experienced it in Grimsey.
I think I've been in Iceland
Okay.
during earthquakes, like that were really
Yeah.
close by, but I didn't notice anything.
I have felt one in Söderkrókur, I forgot. The one that was like
It was
close
like a
to
few years ago.
Siglufjörður, and it was so strong.
Yeah, it was.
And I was in bed and I was like shaking. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, I just heard the pipes and I was like, what is happening? I was like, is the house
Yeah.
falling down?
Yeah, but I've never experienced like a crazy earthquake, you know?
Yeah.
I want to experience crazy earthquake to see how earthquake-proof the houses are here in Japan.
I think they're
I think it
pretty
will be
earthquake proof.
scary. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see if it happens to me, unless I die out of fuku poisoning. We don't know.
We don't know yet.
We'll see.
But one thing I
Otherwise, we'll
learned,
die in an earthquake.
yeah, traditional Japanese food is not my acquired taste.
Wait, is not your acquired taste? It's not to your taste?
It's not to my taste and not my acquired taste.
Like what? What is it? Are you thinking like?
Yeah, you are not on Instagram. You missed all the stories of me eating in a private room alone with a lot of trays.
I did
of
see
mystery
that.
foods.
I did see that.
Yeah, you saw. Yeah. It's just, I've not felt so.
Yeah,
I'm not
you sent
ashamed in
it to
my
the
life.
chat too.
Yeah, I said something, but I ran away both times, leaving a lot behind because I couldn't finish, and I was
Oh no.
so bad.
Oh no. Is
Like,
it?
I was just like
Is it-
gagging when I was eating, and then the guy came in, and I was like, oishi.
Was she?
Yeah, it's of course
Yeah.
very different to our like food that we
The
grow up
chicken
with.
balls
Palates.
with bones.
Oh,
It was so.
What is it? What is it about it? Is it because they have a lot of fermented stuff, or is it that there's?
They also, it's fermented something like mystery things. They don't even can describe it to you in English. They're just like, it's good, and you're like, it's jelly like, okay, like something was like looked like a tomato, but it was a jelly. That wasn't a tomato, and it was so weird. I don't know what it was, but it tastes like a tomato, but it was just jelly shape of a tomato, I guess. The fresh fish is very fresh. The shrimps, I've never eaten a fresh shrimps in my life, but I did it there. And
What?
I decided not to go for the head. Yeah, I got fresh shrimps.
Yeah, I've eaten fresh shrimp in Sweden quite a lot.
You need to cook it at least.
Well,
Come on.
okay, yeah, we cook it.
They're
Fresh
not cooked.
fresh shrimp doesn't mean that it's not cooked.
Okay, I mean fresh.
Raw shrimp.
Raw.
Like it was
shrimp.
fished that morning and brought to you raw.
Yeah,
A lot of raw
Damn.
foods, to be precise.
yeah. Japan does a lot of raw
At
food,
least-
and
yeah, I
it
don't
does.
know if I can
yeah,
handle
It does
that.
a lot of food that is just very low, or very cooked very simply, or very like nothing done to it. It's just okay. Here's the ingredient, like you prepare it, and then it's like okay, here it is, presented to you.
Staring at the shrimp, I was like, how do I eat this? I was like, should I eat it full? And I was like, saying to my sister, should I just eat it all? She's like, no, rip it apart. And I was like, nom 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 nom.
I think we've like the frozen shrimp that we eat or that we've eaten throughout our lives, Marta. Are they cooked?
Yeah.
Huh?
No.
What?
But they're also like shed everything off.
Yes. They've been
But we eat
deshelled.
what?
The shrimps, like in Iceland, we have like they've taken all the shell off it.
The pink shrimp,
yeah, yeah.
tiny pink shrimp.
Yeah.
Shrimp.
I think those are raw.
Yeah, the tiny frozen
Yeah.
ones. What?
Just been
you eat
frozen,
them raw?
right?
Oh, maybe I don't know.
Probably. I don't know. I don't eat shrimp, so I
Oh, but those have had raw.
I think they're raw.
Yeah.
Like the tiny pink ones.
Yeah, but fuku.
They're
is
so tiny.
surprisingly
They
good.
are
It's
quite
different.
tiny.
It's the highest praise I can give. I was so shocked how good it was.
Ooh.
Because I've heard so much like it's overhyped, it's so expensive. I paid 1,000 yen for it. And it was like, they had like the
That's
fugu
nothing.
certification and everything. Because the woman
Yeah.
fishes and the man cooks. And he's like certified.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to be certified fugu preparer.
Oh yeah, he's been. Yeah. And I was watching it, and I was like, oh my god, it would be hilarious because everybody was in the fugu. They were like, if we all die the morning after. That would be a disaster for the company.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be quite a disaster. You gave them a review?
But I think if he's
5-star, of course.
like if he's a certified fugu, or if he knows if it gets infected or if it gets.
Yeah, I've also been thinking, like, how do you know?
Must be such a stressful job, though.
No, it's like
one mistake and people die.
Yeah. It is quite high stakes, but it is like it depends on the fish, but because there are a lot of different fish, and the poison is in different places in different fish. But it is in the liver and gall or something like that in fugu. So if it doesn't burst, then it should be okay. But
I also tried sea urchin.
Oh yeah, sea urchin gonads.
That's a messed up thing. So chewy, but surprisingly good.
Sea urchin gonads.
Sea urchin gonads. I need to Google that.
Yeah, that's the edible part of the sea urchin. The gonads.
Oh.
Sea urchin is like the plant thingy, isn't it?
It's not a plant. It's a.
Oh yes, this one. Eagle kid.
Yeah. But it's the.
Oh, okay.
It's the gonads that are.
Oh my god!
Am I eating the
music
balls?
playing on my phone this whole time.
Testes. Ovaries, either. I don't know.
And I liked them.
Ooh. That's what you eat with sea urchin.
I really hope that the microphone was not picking up the music. My phone has been playing music this whole time and I didn't know.
I haven't heard it, at least. So
it was very, very low, but the microphone might have picked it up like a tiny bit. We'll see.
I think it's.
I could not hear it because I have headphones on.
I think we can safely say that Olsen loves gonads.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Olsen loves gonads. Certified.
I'm proud of it. Yes.
I'll get that tattooed.
I think I ate.
Olsen likes gonads.
I ate sea urchin when I was in Spain at some point, but I'm not sure it was very well prepared. It wasn't great. And it was served in the sea urchin as well.
I guess you gotta go to Japan.
Yeah. It was at like a street market. So in Madrid, which I guess isn't very close to the sea. Where is Madrid? Madrid is indeed not very close to the sea. It is pretty much as far away from the sea as you can get in Spain.
Is it not? Yeah.
Why did I think eating sea urchin in Madrid was a good idea?
103.
What?
Also, I think you're gonna have to.
You what?
I think you're gonna have to bleep that out or cut that out.
Okay, I'll clap just in case, so I'll find it and
no, it's fine. We're raw. We say it like it is.
Say it like Hashtag cancel.
Oh, no. We cannot be cancelled as much as Patricia can.
Yep. We cancel her for everything.
Yeah, it was so much.
She was so worried. She was so worried after. I don't think you need to bleep all that stuff.
Just
wasn't saying anything bad.
Oh, I would just cut like, hi Patricia, and then cut, bye Patricia.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, Patricia. Wonderful talking to you.
Yeah.
She was there to bring the content, and she brought the content.
She did.
Yeah. She's threatened to sue us.
That's fine. She won't.
Yeah. No.
I sound like I'm her abuser or something. I feel kind of bad now.
It's okay, Marta. We'll be quiet.
Well, I think it's time to wrap up. Also, any last words
Now,
from?
first, I gotta tell you guys one thing,
Okay.
one more thing
Yeah.
before we go. No, I'm being chaotic here. I know we're trying to have the episode linear. I'm going back to the aliens.
I thought you were going to some more eights thing.
I want to tell you about something that happened 2 nights ago.
Oh no.
So I felt like I was going crazy.
Okay.
I was out for a doggy walk, and Baldur was there too, and the doggy, of course.
Yeah.
And we met one of Xiao's friends,
An alien.
so another doggy. And there was a guy with her that we know as well, and we often like walk with him and chat. And we were all standing and just like chatting. And I was like standing opposite of the guy, and I was looking at him because he was talking. And then like I'm kind of behind him. I felt like there was some kind of weird. Like, it was during the night, by the way. I forgot to say that, so it was dark outside.
Yeah.
And I saw something behind him that kind of looked like, you know, the trail that planes make.
Yeah.
But it looked kind of weird, like in the background of him. So I was like, what? And like looked behind him. And I was like focusing on this thing that I thought was a plane because it was moving. But it looked like it was very choppy. And then I was like, what the fuck is that? And we all started looking at it, and it looked like a bunch of, like, it looked similar to stars, but it felt closer than a plane.
Okay.
And it looked like they were like, well, they were in a row, and there was like 3 at a time, like 3, and then a space, 3, and a space. But sometimes there was like 5 bundled up together. It was really strange, and they were moving in a straight line.
Yeah.
And they moved in a fully straight line. Like, they didn't even curve or anything, because planes often, like, curve, you know? But this was, like, a completely straight line, and then it just disappeared into the darkness. And I felt like I was going crazy. I was like, what the fuck was that? I was like, if I ever see aliens, this is the time. You know? I was like, what the fuck? Like, I felt like I was slowly turning into a conspiracy theorist. I felt...
I've seen it with my own eyes.
I felt like my brain was failing me. If I had been alone, I would have thought I imagined it.
Yeah.
But there were other people there to confirm it happened. And I was like, what is going on? And I was just really confused. And I was like, it can't be planes, because they wouldn't, like, move this close to each other and in such a, like, straight line. And we were just very confused.
Do you want to...
And then we realized...
Yeah.
It was fucking Elon Musk.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you want to know what I think it
Starlink.
is? Starlink. This is.
I just
like your description. I was like, yeah, this is Starlink. This sounds so much like Starlink satellites, all in a row.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's Baldur did guess that like really early on. He was like, my guess would be Starlink, but they're so close. Like I didn't think they were this close.
They're very close.
And they were so close. Like, why is he allowed to have them so freaking close?
What is Starlink?
Because there's no law.
Yeah. There should be some law.
What is
Oh,
it?
it's like the thing that Elon Musk did. It's like it should bring internet everywhere. It's like you send like a thing into it, and it like searches the satellites and
it's like
makes internet. I don't
low
know.
Earth orbit satellites, which you can connect to with special equipment to get internet anywhere.
Which would be a good idea if there was a very neutral person behind it. It's like places that do need it are not getting it because of political reasons.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So it's like, it's really stupid. Like, it's a good idea if it was completely neutral.
You know what? Those satellites, I think they have like a lifetime of like 5 years. So he's gonna be sending new satellites. Like he's just continually sending new satellites because they're in low Earth orbit, and eventually they just go into the atmosphere and burn.
They're so close. Like, I don't know. I did not like it. It was not great.
Yeah.
But you must have a good Wi-Fi signal there.
Oh, because you have to get like a Starlink, like a cube that you turn on and stuff to get and stuff, and it's like
But Marta, when you were in our summer or vacation house where there's no internet and no electricity, didn't one person have a Starlight satellite? Starlink satellite?
Yeah. Yeah. I brought a Starlink while I was there. We went
You
there
ran away.
because Mom needed to help Dad with something.
Yeah.
So we went there to be able to like go onto her email or something. And they turned it on for a second for us, but it's like, it works, but it's super expensive.
It is.
Like, it's not expensive to set it up. The internet that you get from it is very expensive.
Ah.
It is.
So they have it like turned off and then they turn it on for like, I don't know, less than an hour and do whatever they need to do and then just turn it off again.
Porn, of course, it's the only what you would do. How desperate can it be to buy a Starlink to go somewhere remote? It's only for porn.
Yeah.
No, also,
That's what I
that's why
think.
you have porno mags.
Yeah.
Usually hidden in a ditch or in a forest or something like that.
There are no forests there.
No, exactly. That's why in Iceland I think it's
Well,
ditches.
you can like hide it somewhere under the mattress or something.
I remember when I was young, I knew some people who had porno mags in a ditch.
Isn't that
What?
shit?
In the place where we grew up.
Name and receipts.
In a ditch where?
So it was
I gotta go look at.
So it was the neighborhood we live in. It's between that
Yeah.
neighborhood and the neighborhood below. There used to be much more space there, but now they've built a lot of houses.
Yeah. Now there's houses and stuff.
But in there were some
that makes
ditches,
sense.
and in there was like
Well,
a small makeshift house made of, I don't know, not really a house. Like just a
well, when I
something
was
with
a
covers,
kid,
and then you could climb in, and there were porno bags.
oh god. When I was a kid, I
masturbatorium?
found hidden porno mags.
Oh.
Oh.
Where? In that same place?
Where?
No, that's why I was asking, because it was close to our house, There's our, like, street, and the street opposite of ours, and then, like, there's a green area with, like, a playground and stuff, and then another street. So where the playground is, there's, like, a playground, and then a basketball field, and then there's just, like, some trees and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was hidden under one of the trees there.
And they were like, oh yeah.
We were so confused. There was so much stuff. And apparently later we found out as well that the kids that hid it there, like it was teenagers, so probably your age,
Rascal.
they had stolen it from the store
Of course.
and
Oh my
stashed
god,
it there.
You're talking about Black and Blaut.
Yeah.
The old,
It was
old
pink and blue.
This was Olsen's
amazing.
secret stash, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, but nowadays,
There was also like, I think there were probably condoms as well. And there was like,
Okay.
there was a, I didn't know what it was at the time. I knew it was something naughty, but I didn't know what it was exactly. But there was a vibrating penis ring.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my friend like took it out and like turned it on, and he was like, "That's nice." But she didn't know what it was, and she put it in her pocket.
You used
thought it
those
was very
friendship
funny.
rings.
Yes.
Oh.
No, we were like tee because we found all this stuff and we didn't really know what to do. And then some even younger kids came and found us with these nudie mags. And they were like, "We want to see," and we were like, "No." And then they were too insistent, so we did let them look at one of them. And then they ran away with it and went to their house, and their mom found them with the nudie mag, and they said that we owned it. So the mom came to us and was like shouting at us, and she called the police.
Damn.
And the police came. It was crazy.
And Marta ended in jail for 10 years.
Juvie.
And that's where her tattoo addictions came from.
Yeah, it was crazy. No, I think we left before the police came because we were like, "This isn't ours. we don't know what this is. We just found it too.
We don't know
So
what it is.
I think we just left.
But we did give the young children the porno mag.
Yes, we did. Well, we were also young kids, so
Think about
they
you
were
ruined
only a
maybe
bit
some
younger
kids
than us.
alive, Marta. Maybe it went
Maybe.
down a dark path after this.
That area was crazy. There was also someone there that had like a huge window in one of the houses, and he was always having sex there, and we could see it sometimes.
Damn.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Or now we should maybe wrap this up.
Yeah. Good place to wrap it up.
Yes, perfect place to sear this into the people's memory,
The
They gotta
sun is
remember this.
setting, and I'm gonna go to the Ferris wheel that is next, also across the street, with a lot of girls
Good boy.
on it.
And go to Joy Joy. Oh, with a lot. Olsen.
Olsen.
It's like pictures of girls.
Ah, that's
like,
true. That's
like
true.
like they're dressed up in maid outfits. I mean, like
Okay.
So maid
I thought
cafe.
you were.
type.
Maid cafe.
I thought you were
adults
being a naughty
dressed
boy.
up as I don't know how to describe it.
As maids?
Yeah, and made to look very young.
Ooh.
Olsen's fantasy.
Oh
Be cancelled
no!
when I go on
Okay,
this.
that's where we stop.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening,
How-
and hope to see you again in Ep 2.
And enjoy the
Please
rest of your trip in
Remember to
Japan.
comment. Remember to comment if you have window weather in your country,
Yes.
and tell us, did you have any or find any porno mags when you were young?
Or did you hide them?
Oh, where did you hide them?
Ooh.
Where did you hide them?
Ooh.
Can we find them now?
Those are the questions.
Yeah, can we find them now?
Give us the coordinates. We're in desperate
Oh,
need.
shit.
We don't
Oh,
have
that's so
Starlink.
But it's just clouds.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Alright,
yeah.
goodbye.
This keeps us surprisingly good. Bye.
Bye.